Hello, my cozy companions. It's SIlentSigns from I Dream of Indie, and today we are taking a few days away, taking a little trip, if you will, to Cozy Grove. I'm calling this video a weekend at Cozy Grove because I don't feel right calling it a traditional review, only because of the nature of the gameplay here. This is a life sim type game, not unlike Animal Crossing, where each day you go into the game there are new things to do, characters to interact with, and tasks to complete. Since I've only had this game in hand for a few days, I can only give you my first impressions on what I've experienced so far, so without further ado, let's jump into it. In Cozy Grove, you are playing as a spirit scout who comes to the island of Cozy Grove to help the spirits in need. Not without help, of course. You have your trusty campfire Flamey to assist you. Each time you help a spirit in need on the island, you advance their story and they provide you with a spirit log. Helping a spirit generally involves either finding lost items on the island, digging in the dirt, perhaps some fishing, or harvesting from the trees. You'll also collect resources and old coins along the way. There is a shop where you can purchase items to upgrade your island or clothing to wear. There's also an inventory system where you can catalog items that you found. And of course, what would a life sim game be without crafting? The more spirits you assist, the more color comes back to the island. I'm kind of ashamed to admit this at this stage in my life, but I have never actually played an Animal Crossing game, so I don't have a whole lot of familiarity with this life sim style gameplay. And that's usually because I assume these types of games are a huge time commitment, and that's great. You get a whole lot of bang for your buck when you play a game like that. However, I usually don't have the amount of time I need to kind of grind and build up my island and collect resources. Maybe this is a personal problem, but it's all just a little bit overwhelming for me, and I feel like I'm never able to catch up to people who have been playing them for a long time. However, Cozy Grove did not feel that way to me. I only played maybe a half an hour to an hour each day. I felt like I was accomplishing things, progressing the stories with a bunch of different characters, acquiring new items and skills, and finding out more about the island each time I played. While there are 40 plus hours of gameplay in Cozy Grove, it's really not meant to be played as a marathon. It's meant to be broken up into smaller installments over a longer period of time. Because of this, I did not feel overwhelmed by the amount of tasks I needed to do or the items I needed to collect. I actually looked forward to checking into Cozy Grove for an hour or so each day. It actually became a little bit of an escape and time to unwind. It's a very low pressure environment, and because of that, it's quite relaxing. However, there are a few things to address performance-wise. First of all, the load times, at least on the PlayStation 4 version of Cozy Grove, which is what I was playing, are very slow. It took about 1 minute and 30 seconds each time I booted up the game for it to start. Look, I know I'm spoiled. I sat through dial-up as a kid, so certainly I can sit through this. And at least the song that plays while the game is loading is quite nice. It reminded me of Iron and Wine. There was also some slowdown during gameplay, usually when I was going to interact with one of the spirits or characters in the game. Again, playing this on my PlayStation 4, that does sound like it's preparing for takeoff each time I turn it on, so come to your own conclusions there. But I also saw an update was released for Cozy Grove, so hopefully the developers are working on some improvements there as well. If we're giving points for style, though, Cozy Grove is definitely a winner in my book. It has that hand-drawn aesthetic. It starts out very drab, but slowly becomes warmer and cozier and more colorful as the stories progress. Also, everything's just stinking cute. I never thought I would think a campfire was cute, but look at me now. And the shopkeeper, just look at him. Okay, composing myself and moving on to the soundtrack. Super relaxing, great, fades right to the background in the best possible way. You can put this on as you're heading to bed, though I know blue light bad, but this game is going to kind of chill you out and help you unwind at the end of a long day. You'll get a mix of acoustic guitar, a little bit of piano, and some sparse electric guitar, but nothing overpowering. Also, similar to Animal Crossing, you don't get any true voice acting in Cozy Grove. The characters do make little sounds, but it's nothing jarring. And from my experience so far, Cozy Grove lives up to its name. It did make me feel cozy. I do want to keep going and helping the spirits on this island find peace, and maybe take a little bit of that peace for myself. Again, I've only been able to go into Cozy Grove for a few days now, so I don't have the full gameplay experience under my belt just yet, but you best believe I'm going to be returning to Cozy Grove as soon as possible. It's not perfect yet. There are some kinks that need to be ironed out before the gameplay runs as smoothly as it could, but that didn't stop me from having a nice time with it. If you've enjoyed playing games like Animal Crossing in the past, or even if you're just looking to get into life sim style games, this one might be a good entry level one to check out. Thank you so much for checking out my weekend with Cozy Grove. Before I go, I just want to thank our indie warriors, Mitchell Hall, Kevelo, Bunny, Bill Tikez, Christian Cruz, Wesley William Semple, Strick9, Rosie Syntax, Chris Jackson, Nathan Moore, Peach, Adriana Amato, CJR, and Jesse. Thank you all so much for your support, and thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any reviews or previews, and check out the description box if you'd like for ways to support the channel, such as our merchandise store, our memberships so you can become an indie warrior yourself, and even just our Discord if you'd like to chat. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.